Hi there, Michelle Rubin here, and we're just doing a short series just to open up our necks and our shoulders, get our hips and our back ready for pregnancy, as well as when your little buddy comes. All right, so from here we're going to make our way into a comfortable seated position. So if you're comfortable sitting on the floor, a couple of things you want to look for is that your knees are quite low. If your knees are higher than your hip bones, then that's a sign that you need a little height underneath your butt. But if you can take your feet quite wide and get your knees low like your hip bones, then that's fine. You can sit like this. But if you need to, you could always grab a block or a bolster or some pillows and put them under your butt and then sit like that. And the wider our feet go, the easier it is to sit, right? If our feet are really close, you can see it makes my hips a little bit tighter, whereas if my feet, the wider they go towards the edge of the mat, the more gentle it is, the easier it is for me to sit. Hands on the thighs, nice inhale to lift the chest, shoulders back. Just start by bringing the fingers to the shoulders, gently squeezing those shoulders. I'm going to start with big forward circles, just a little bit of the thoracic park series. Focusing on your breath, making sure your feet are active, and we never want to feel our knees in yoga. So if at any point you feel it creeping into your knees, then make sure you straighten out a leg or change your seated position. Especially when we're pregnant, we want to be very gentle, so no pain anywhere in the body, really. Change direction. Try to keep your ears right over the shoulders, back nice and straight. Big, beautiful breaths. And stopping with those circles, bring those hands down, let the palms face up. Take a few deep breaths here. We're going to bring our right fingers to the floor. If you need to use a block to find that little bit of support, you can. I'm going to bring that left arm up. Try to keep the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, and the hip in a nice straight line. Try to avoid bulging if you can. And just slowly start to come down to that right side. Just take it to wherever you can. Again, you can see I'm trying to straighten out my ribs as much as I can to keep that nice release that I can get from the low back. If you're bulging a little bit, that's fine, but think about eventually straightening it out. We can look down, we can look up, push into the feet, activate your quads, big breaths into those ribs. One of the most common complaints I get from my pregnant ladies is rib pain. One of the most common complaints I get from ladies that have their babies is shoulder pain. So this series is fabulous for avoiding and eliminating both. Just a couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, really lift your arm. Nice inhale to come up. Exhale to bring that arm down. Let's let the palms face up, shoulders relax. Take a few deep breaths here. Let's swap the crossing. So we're going to lift our knees, making sure to keep the knees safe, pivoting at the hips. We're going to uncross our legs, sitting nice and high, either on the floor or on our block. Take the feet quite wide, so wider than a mat's distance. Make sure the knees are going the same direction as the feet. Grab onto those knees, nice big inhale, so don't let the knees come in or out, but keep the ankles, knees, and feet in the same direction. And depending on how pregnant you are, you can start to come forward. And some of us might stay here, some of us might be able to bring the fingers to the floor, but watch the knees, don't go wide. Push into the feet, lift the chest, start to come forward. Again, if there's any compression on baby, just go back a little bit. Maybe you can start to let your head hang, shoulders relaxing. Amazing back release. And just breathing into that release. Really keep the feet active and the legs active. And a little bit more stretch, a little bit more strength happening. Let's go 5 more breaths here. And when those 5 breaths are complete, we're gonna come up again, nice and slow. We're gonna swap the crossing so the left shin comes in front of the right. We walk our feet nice and wide, we let those knees come down. Hands on the thighs, nice inhale to lift the chest. Let's bring our fingers to our shoulders, reach the elbows away from us. Let's exhale the elbows to touch. Let's inhale the elbows apart. Try to keep your ears right over your shoulders, squeezing those shoulders gently. Again, always be really present with your breath. Breath should never be choppy or labored at any time in life. It's certainly not in pregnancy. And then inhaling those elbows apart, reach the elbows away from you, exhale them straight down, and inhale them straight up. Almost like chicken wings. Exhale down, inhale up, still gently squeezing your shoulders. Just do a couple more. And letting those arms come down, letting the palms face up, close your eyes, big, beautiful breaths. Trying to maintain that nice straight spine. And left fingers coming to the floor, trying to maintain a nice lengthy torso. Bring that right arm up. As you can see, my right wrist is directly in line with my right hip. And I try and maintain that as I come down to the left side. Imagine that my shoulders and my ribs are against an imaginary wall. And that gives me the support I need not to twist too much. Good. I like to think of my right hand on the table and I'm rooting that right hand and lengthening it away from me. And then maybe I can take it a little bit deeper into the neck by looking up or down, making sure there's no kinks in the back of the neck, but that my chin is almost slightly tucked, so there's no wrinkles in the back of the neck. That my neck rotates freely if I'm going to rotate it. If I rotate it on one side, I want to rotate it the same way on the other side. And just breathe into those ribs. Go a little deeper if you need to. Try not to let that right thigh lift up, but really root that right thigh down. And lengthen your hand away from that right hip bone to get this amazing fascial release. And then when you're ready, nice inhale to bring it all the way back up. Exhale to bring the arm down. Let the palms face up. Take a few deep breaths here. Let's do a couple shoulder breaths or shoulder lifts with those breaths. We're going to inhale to lift the shoulders up. And then out through the mouth. 2 more. Great. Support the knees, remind the knees that they're hanging and they should pivot one way only, and that's open and shut, whereas we can pivot at the hips, drawing the knees together, uncross those legs mindfully, bring the feet onto the floor, and again, the further away the feet are, the gentler it's going to be on the knees and the hips. Maybe the fingers come forward. I like to lift my toes here and just find the weight in the foot really even. There's a tendency with pregnancy, especially in flexible bodies, is to let the weight come onto the baby toe edge. For some people it's the big toe edge, for a lot of people it's the baby toe edge, and it leads to all kind of foot problems. So if I lift up my toes evenly, I don't let my big toes be higher than my baby toes, and I feel the entire question mark of the foot from big toe mound to baby toe mound to heel, and I feel that whole heel rooting. It just reminds me to use my whole foot and not allow the weight to shift whilst my pelvis and the rest of my body is shifting. Again, back off if you need to back off. Hands here is fabulous. If this is a good hip opener for you, then great. And again, just let everything relax. Just close your eyes and find your breath. Just go 10 more breaths here. When those 10 breaths are complete, coming up nice and slow. It's always great to take a Shavasana after your practice. When we're pregnant, lying on our side is usually the best way to take Shavasana, so giving yourself 5 or 10 minutes there. Thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your practice. Namaste.